Hello, lovely listeners, and welcome back to Booksmart Bitches. I'm your host, Erica, and today we are going to be discussing The Upside of Stress by Kelly McGonigal. She is a very established woman, as you can see by the title. I don't know if you can see it from here, but she has a PhD and wanted to advertise it on the title, as she rightfully should, on the cover. Well warranted. A little bit of recap. Last week, we did discuss Burnout by Amelia Nagoski and Emily Nagoski, and that is where we discussed everything there is to about burnout, how to overcome it, how to prevent it, what it feels like when it's happening to you, and today, we're going to be discussing the benefits of stress. Who would have thought? A little bit of tidbit of information. Me and my fiance, Connor, this past weekend, just filmed and video photography, whatever. I don't even know the technical term. My cousin's wedding. It was a beautiful, beautiful ceremony, beautiful reception, and truly changed my life. So I am in the best mood. And in fact, there was an eclipse today. I got to see the moon in front of the sun. I saw a midnight sun today. For all my twihards out there, and it was fantastic. I'm just in the best mood, so I hope this transfers over into this episode because I'm ecstatic, and I really am stoked to be talking to y'all again. So let's just dive in. All right, a little bit about the author. Kelly McGonigal is a health psychologist and lecturer at Stanford University. She is known for her work in the field of psychology, particularly in the areas of stress, resilience, and well-being. She is the author of several books, including The Upside of Stress, The Willpower Instinct, and The Joy of Movement. McGonigal's research focuses on how mindset influences behavior and how individuals can cultivate resilience to overcome challenges and improve their lives. She is also a popular speaker, TED Talk presenter, and advocate for the power of movement and mindfulness in promoting mental and physical health. Now, why did I choose The Upside of Stress? Particularly, I was drawn to this book because of its controversial and eye-catching title, The Upside of Stress. It's just very strange to think that there are any positives when it comes to the word stress. I hear that word and immediately a shiver goes down my spine. I am anxiety-stricken, but Kelly McGonigal is convinced that there are benefits, that there is a positive way to view stress. And I'm going to get into that in a second. Okay, there are the core concepts that I'm going to touch on here. Kelly emphasizes the stress mindset, the stress response, mindfulness and resilience, the importance of meaning and purpose, post-traumatic growth, and the role of social connection. Now, first and foremost, the stress mindset. McGonigal discusses how our mindset about stress can significantly impact how it affects us. Viewing stress as harmful can lead to negative outcomes, while seeing it as a natural part of life that can enhance performance and growth can lead to more positive outcomes. And one of the first things she mentioned in the book, which shocked me, it's a fact that she proved, a statistic that she wrote about, is how people who thought of stress as a negatively, like just overall saw no benefits to it, hated it, didn't know how to manage it, didn't know how to overcome it, nothing like that. Had significantly shorter lifespans. But then compared to the people that viewed stress as opportunities and opportunities for them to grow, learn more about themselves, be challenged in life, like saw it from a more positive perspective, had a longer lifespan of nearly 7.5 years on average. That's almost 8 years of a longer life that a person had just by thinking of stress in a more positive light. That is insane to think about, right? Pun intended. But it's just crazy that just your thoughts have that much power. And to think that these thoughts about something as intangible as stress have the power on dictating how long we live and how we navigate through life is crazy. It makes you want to gain control of it. It makes you want to harness it, from my perspective at least. McGonigal also explains that there is a stress response. She explains the physiological response to stress, highlighting that stress is not just about the fight or flight response, but also about the tend and befriend response, which involves seeking social support and bonding. So she explains how it's really, really important that when you are feeling stressed, that you have a support system, that you have people that you can rely on, that can be there for you, help you navigate these uncomfortable situations, and overall, manage them. She also touches on how mindfulness and resilience is important. She explores how mindfulness practices can help build resilience to stress, allowing individuals to respond to stressors more effectively, which makes sense. You have to be able to remove yourself from the feeling and look at it from an objective perspective and look at it with a more mindful, more self-aware perspective rather than just being wrapped up in it and engulfed and just overcome and anxious. So I think those are valid points. She also touches on how meaning and purpose are important as well, which is also something that Amelia Nagoski and Emily Nagoski mentioned in Burnout, is in order to navigate your stresses in life, it's important to identify the meaning behind it, or just to cultivate your own meaning and navigate it and have a goal that you work towards so that it makes more sense in your mind and you can compartmentalize and just be successful. Overall, the book offers a new perspective on stress, encouraging readers to rethink how they perceive and respond to the stressors in their lives. Now, these are some of the case studies that Kelly explained in her book. She mentions that there are some students having issues with exams. She discusses how reframing stress as a helpful response that provides energy and focus can improve students' performance on exams. Students who viewed stress as beneficial were more likely to perform well compared to those who viewed it as harmful. Which that hits home for me. My whole time in school, I had a hard time with math. And I struggled with fractions, I struggled with geometry, I struggled with just algebra, everything. I was not very good, not very skilled. And it stressed me out. Like, going to math class would put rocks in my stomach. Like, I would just get so nervous. Like, I just hated going to class because I felt like I wasn't any good at it. And it wasn't until my junior year in high school, shout out Mrs. Piazza, she gave me the confidence to be good in a subject that I went almost my entire life, almost 17 years being bad at. And she reframed it for me. And although this is a comparison, but also not really, like, it wasn't me that told myself, reframe this situation. Like, I had to have another person explain to me, you're not bad at math. You just need to look at it in a different way. You need to, it's your friend. Like, it can be easy. But because of that, she gave me the confidence to excel in something that I never succeeded at before. And it was truly amazing. And it did change my life, and it has stuck with me ever since. And so that's why I think this concept specifically rings true about the book, because when you are convinced that it's negative or you have a negative experience tied to the feeling, it's a lot harder for you to reframe it and look at it positively. So those that do struggle in school and are overcome with whatever stress in the subject that they're struggling with, it can be hard to overcome. And so I just wanted to share that little tidbit because I thought it was super impactful and it helped me understand the concept a little bit more. Kelly also mentions that regarding healthcare professionals, Kelly explores how healthcare professionals can use stress as a motivator to improve patient care. And it did. By viewing stress as a sign of their commitment to their work, healthcare workers can find more meaning and satisfaction in their roles. So instead of looking at it as, oh, I have so many patients, I'm working 12-hour shifts, 14-hour shifts, if you can reframe that, reposition it from the perspective of, I'm stressed because I care. That's so impactful. That gives you so much more meaning and inertia to complete your job and feel good about it. Same goes for parenting. Kelly also mentions how parents can use stress to become more resilient and compassionate caregivers. By reframing stress as a sign of their love and dedication to their children, parents can find more joy and fulfillment in their parenting journey. And workplace stress. The book presents case studies of individuals who have successfully managed workplace stress by changing their mindset and embracing stress as a natural response to challenges. This shift in perspective has led to increased productivity and job satisfaction. Now, this is something that I definitely need to harness, and I'm starting to in my current role. For those of you who do not know, I work in an employee benefits. Super complicated industry. I mean, there are so many specifics, so many laws, so many types of employee benefits plans that like HSA, HRAs, everything like that. It's very, very confusing. And I have just overcome the year mark with my job. And this is now at my point in the renewal cycle where things are starting to make sense. Things that I learned in the beginning are now circling back and I can understand like, oh, okay, now I understand how that works. But before, oh my goodness, I was just overcome with stress. And stress manifested for me as being insecure in my job. And I'm just now understanding that I should have been using that to fuel my successes, to propel me forward, instead of becoming insecure and afraid and anxious about things I may have been messing up in or doing incorrectly. I should have been looking at it like, I'm new. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to give myself grace and time and patience, and embracing that being stressed means that I care. Like, I want to do my job well. I want to know what I'm doing. And I think we can all take that as a grain of salt and build on that. And these are great foundations that Kelly has laid for us in this book. You know, like, I think these are great, great takes on things that we can utilize in our own life and just slowly shift our perspective. So just food for thought. These case studies illustrate how changing our mindset about stress can lead to positive outcomes in various aspects of life. Now, practical applications. Let's dive in. So, first and foremost, as I've been saying the past million minutes, we need to change our mindsets. We need to adopt a more positive view of stress, and that can change how our body responds to it. Instead of seeing stress as purely harmful, view it as a natural response, because it is. We're always going to be stressed, and it's inevitable. So why not see it as a good thing? It's ever present. Embracing the stress response. We need to understand that the stress response is your body's way of preparing you for action. Embrace the energy and focus Embrace the energy and the focus it provides you to tackle challenges. Practice mindfulness. Engage in mindful practices that can help you become more aware of your body's stress response and manage it more effectively, i.e., meditation, deep breathing, yoga, etc. Finding meaning in stress. This is a really big one. Look for meaning or purpose in stressful situations. Finding meaning can help you cope with stress more effectively and may even lead to personal growth. And practicing self-compassion. Be kind to yourself during stressful times. Practicing self-compassion will allow you to avoid self-criticism, which can worsen the stress response. By applying these practical strategies, you can learn to manage and even harness the stress response for positive outcomes. Now, I do want to embark on a little guided meditation. So if you would just indulge me, I would like to take you on a little journey. Okay. Begin by finding a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with air, and exhale slowly, releasing any tension. As you continue to breathe deeply, bring to mind a recent stressful situation. Allow yourself to fully feel any tension or discomfort it brings up. Notice where you feel this stress in your body. Now, shift your focus to your breath. With each inhale, imagine breathing in calmness and relaxation. With each exhale, imagine releasing stress and tension from your body. As you breathe, remind yourself that stress is not always harmful. It can be a sign that you care deeply about something or that you are pushing yourself to grow. It can provide you with energy and focus to tackle challenges. Visualize yourself in the midst of a stressful situation, but this time, see yourself handling it with ease and confidence. Picture yourself using the energy from stress to fuel your actions, turning it into a positive force for change. Continue to breathe deeply, allowing this new perspective on stress to sink in. Know that you have the strength and resilience to face any challenge that comes your way. When you feel ready, slowly open your eyes and return to the present moment, carrying this newfound understanding of stress with you. Now, I hope you have enjoyed this episode on the upside of stress. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share our content. We appreciate all of your support. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Book Smart Bitches. Join us next week where we discuss Stop Overthinking. This is Erica and Sortudo signing off. Little booba man. Little baby boy. You weren't bad this time. You weren't bad. You were good. Ooh.